Alright guys, the final part. I'll talk for a good 30, 33 minutes, and I will complete the video here. I will complete the video here, Samsara. I will complete the video here. I will complete the video here, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, so the Great Escape, after I do the Zanus movie, obviously, if I choose to do the Great Escape, I'll fund it for $670 million. So I don't know, once me and VJ make, I don't know, our 50 billion bucks off the movies and merch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, me and VJ make a good, I don't know, 40 billion bucks off Zanus. We make like 10 billion off the merch, something like that, something crazy. We make like 50 billion bucks off the movies and the merch, me and VJ. 60, 65 billion bucks, 69 billion bucks off the movies and merch. You usually take $670 million of our money and fund the Great Escape project. And that'll be used for the same things I mentioned earlier. $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card, the salaries for the actors and crewmen, paying them their salary, the flights for the jet, the hotel party in Italy, the luxury hotel party in Italy. I might rent a hotel in Venice, Italy, perhaps. And that's what our host a hotel party and the red carpet event. Pay the entire cast and crew, the flights, the gas for jet, the pilots. You know what I'm saying? The CGI technology. I'm going to put a good $250 million towards CGI for the Great Escape. That's really like an amazing movie. The set building. Sets won't cost you much for the Great Escape. For the Great Escape, I might only have maybe a $10 million budget towards sets. It won't cost me much. $10 million budget towards sets, yeah. And costumes too. As I'm going to have all the suits and all that stuff custom made. So all the suits that Keanu Reeves and like Scarlett Johansson are going to wear, I'm going to have the people custom make the suits, man. Nice fucking top quality suits. And Keanu Reeves and all can keep the suits after they finish filming. They're going to ask me, Ivan, can we keep these suits? Yeah, you can keep, because they're going to want it as a souvenir, obviously, as a memory of being my movie. Yeah, you can keep all the clothes that you have. You keep that. You can keep it for the movie, man. And I'll have the actors bring that. You can bring one souvenir from set if you want. You can bring one souvenir on set from set if you want. I'm gonna have them custom make guns too for the movie. Guns that look like real guns for the movie, obviously. We custom make fake guns, obviously, right, for the movie. Yeah, it's all going towards it. The set building, the extras. For the greatest people, I only need a good, like, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 extras. 5,000 extras I'll need for the greatest escape. It won't cost you much. The greatest escape is much cheaper than Zane's, where Zane's is expensive. You have a lot of extras for Zane's. Whereas for the greatest escape, I only need like 5,000 extras. The scenes where I'm in a city, I only need a good like couple hundred extras. It's enough for the scenes. But there's some scenes where you might have a larger crowd of people. I'll need maybe a good 5,000 extras for the greatest escape. It won't cost me a couple $100,000. It's cheap, obviously. But renting the streets will cost me tens of millions. To rent like I don't know 5, 6 streets in Italy for like 3 months, 4 months will cost me like I don't know 40 million bucks, something crazy. To rent a street for one day is a couple hundred grand a day, man. Like 200 grand, something crazy, like 200 grand a day. It's expensive, man. To rent an entire street, to book the whole street for yourself, yeah. You want to have good quality car chasing scenes in the movie. You have to rent a lot of streets. Rent a good 5, 6, 7 streets for 6 streets for the movie, 7 streets for the movie. That's gonna cost me. That's gonna be that's a really big con. The CGI effects and renting the streets for the Great Escape was a big cost on the budget. That would cost me like 60 million bucks to do that, man. It's a lot of money. For 4 million, it's gonna cost you tens of millions for that, which I can easily afford. I have a big budget, and I'm putting $250 million towards CGI special effects. With the action sequences for the fighting, the gun shooting, the car chases. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the the world building in Italy and the organization world. Yeah, it's all going towards it. Think of a technology that will blow James Bond out of the water. Think of a movie that will blow the technology of James Bond out of the water. Yes, man, it'll blow the technology of James Bond out of the water. The photography studio equipment, right? We have to rent the photography studio equipment. We also have to rent the photography studio in Vancouver, where, you know what I'm saying, to take the pictures for the attributes where Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson are going to be featured with me and my wife, obviously, and the posters, the 4K Blu-ray case covers, And the billboard pictures for the red carpet. My photographers have to take all those pictures. The photography cameras for my photographers. I need to rent a good top, I don't know, $7,000-8,000 top line photography cameras for the ad shoots. The computers for my web designer, graphic designer. I have to buy Photoshop. I have to buy JavaScript and HTML. That way they can code and create my unheard of advanced website. Yeah, and you need Photoshop to edit your pictures for your poster, for your magazine ad shoots on your website, for the 4 case covers, and for the billboards. For the red carpet, yeah. And the weekly character ad shoots, ad pictures too. Where Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck are going to be featured with me and VJ, yeah. They're going to be you got to find a way to put your photographers and web design graphics on work. And I found a way to put them to work. Like guys, I'm not going to pay you like $380,000, $25,000, and have you slack off, man. I paid you a rich paycheck. I expect you to work hard. For the first 4 years, for the Great Escape project, I'll pay you what? For the first year, you're only going to do like 4 or 5 ad shoots. $50,000 paycheck is a good paycheck for 4 or 5 ad shoots. I'm not going to pay you guys something crazy like $200,000. You rip me off. And in the final year, when filming takes place, when you're going to be busy every week taking the weekly character ad pictures, as well as pictures for the posters, the 4 case covers, you have to take all those pictures, and the billboard pictures for the red carpet. You're going to be hard at work, the web design, graphics, and photographers. That's why that year you pay them a fat paycheck. Whereas the other years, you don't pay them as much. Pay them like $50,000, $75,000. That way they don't rip you off. You know what I'm saying? And Keanu Reeves and all of them will be featured with me and media on the ad shoots. Nice. The magazine ads on my website. The weekly character ad shoots while filming takes place to build buzz for the movie, obviously. The posters. The 4 case covers. The 4 case covers. Yeah. And the billboards at the red carpet. Look at an amazing red carpet, yeah. And I'll rent a luxury hotel in Italy. Perhaps Venice, Italy. I'll rent a luxury hotel in Venice, Italy for the red carpet. And I'll do a 2-day party in Italy and host the red carpet there in Italy, obviously. And then you're looking at crazy worldwide buzz for the Great Escape too. Those are crazy, man. Crazy worldwide buzz, yeah, man. If Keanu Reeves and all of them are lucky, obviously. They're going to beg their ass, why, can I be in your romance story? I'm like, no, Keanu Reeves. No, Ben, you're not good for the romance story at all. Oh my god, you're not good for their unique at all. You're not good for their unique at all. Oh my god. You're not good for their unique, obviously. Right? So let's talk salaries. So once I write the script, obviously, I write the 170 page. Once my team, because chances are for the Great Escape, I will not write it. Something tells me for the Great Escape, I'm just going to hire a team to take care of all that for me. Because CIA shit's complicated, obviously. Me and VJ can just be executive producers and acting in the movie. Whereas I'm not going to touch the writing for the Great Escape. I'll hire a more professional team for that. I'll hire a guy who knows more about CIA than me to write the script. Obviously. I will help him out. I'll be doing the concert arts, building the organization and all stuff. But in terms of writing the script, I'll hire a screenwriter in Hollywood and have the director and John Farnell help him out. Help him write the script. Seems there. And all I have to do is just tell John Favreau and Nickelodeon my ideas, and they write the script. They come up with good ideas for the script. It's there. I'm going to tell the writers, look, man, make sure you give Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, Paul Bettany, and John Cena, Brie Larson a lot of scenes, man. There's nothing worse than paying an actor a lot of money. He's only in 20 minutes of the movie. No. Give them at least a good 50 to an hour worth of scenes in the movie. You know what I'm saying? That way, I don't pay these actors a lot of money for nothing. I expect them to have a lot of scenes. Yeah, I don't worry about it. Me and VJ are the leads, obviously, but make sure you give Keanu Reeves a good chunk of scenes. I don't worry about it. Yeah, give them a good chunk of scenes. And the minor actors, you don't have to give them much scenes. Give them a good 6-7 scenes. That's enough. Whereas what? The major actors all deserve at least good 25 plus scenes in the movie, 30 plus scenes in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Those are my stars, obviously. Here, Ivan, how long do you want Brie Larson, John Krasinski to be in the movie? Okay, all the couples that we meet, have them be in the movie for a good hour and 20 minutes minimum. An hour and 20, an hour and 30 minutes of the movie, and they die. And then the next hour and 20 minutes of the movie is me and VJ on the run. You know what I'm saying? That way you tell about the story. If Brie Larson, John Krasinski, and all of them are in the movie for an hour and 20 minutes, they're what? They didn't rip you off. You know what I'm saying? They were in a good chunk of scenes, and then because there's nothing worse than paying an actor a lot of money. He's barely in a lot of scenes, man. Yeah, we paid this woman actor $21 million, and she's only in like I don't know, like 15 scenes. No, make sure they have a good chunk of scenes. So Sarah, yeah. So I'm willing to pay Keanu Reeves $59.5 million in salary and bonuses. You guys already know how it's structured. I told you before how much I want to pay Keanu Reeves, obviously, right? $59.5 million in salary and bonuses. So with his combined salary and his bonuses, he'll make about $60 million. Keanu Reeves, good paycheck for him. And I'll give him a flat $120 million of the royalties, or 0.3 or 0.2, depending on who does more. So I'm saying it's conditional. Ivan, just give me the 120. Yes, give Keanu Reeves the flat $120. It's a better deal for him. Ivan, just give me the flat $120 million. That's a good deal. Yeah, you give Keanu Reeves a nice flat $120 million. And if you want some more money on my Keanu, you're not even worth my royalties, man. I'm not gonna give you $150, $200 of my money. You're ripping me off. You're not the main show. You're my co-star, and you build buzz. But at the end of the day, like me and Vijay are the main show, not you. The world's excited to see you a little bit. They're mostly excited to see me and Vijay, not you. Do not let Keanu Reeves rip you off. This is my final offer, Keanu Reeves. This is the deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. I don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't make this money in Hollywood on average, Keanu Reeves. You sign like your $180 million deal, and you're not. Yeah, you'll be happy, obviously. You're gonna walk with on a 100 plus million in your bank, 105, 106, 110 million in your bank after taxes and the rates. It's a fat check, man. You're gonna be $100 million richer. I gave you a good deal. So Sarah, and Scarlett Johansson, I'll pay her like $48.5 million with her salary and bonuses. That's good enough for her. And I'll give her a flat $60 million of the royalties, or 0.1 or 0.07. Chancellor Scarlett will either just give me the flat 60, yeah. Because if this movie does more, I'm going to reduce to 0.07. 0.07 is not 16 million. Chances are it's about 50, 45, 40 million bucks. 35 million bucks around there. So Ivan, just give me the flat 60. Guaranteed Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson and Keanu Reeves will tell me to give them the flat amount. Because it's guaranteed money in your bank. You don't have to worry about making less or making more. And Ben Affleck, I'll pay him the same amount of money as Scarlett. Pay him $48.5 million with his salary and bonuses. And you give him like $68, $70 million of the royalties. Or 0.1 or 0.07, or perhaps 0.2 if he's worth $200 million. I'll give him 0.2 or 0.1. Obviously, Ivan, just give me the flat $68 million, $70 million. Yeah. Give Ben $68 million. 70 is a bit too much. Give Ben a good $67, $68 million bucks of the royalties. That's good enough for him. $70 million is a bit too much. He's ripping you off. Give Ben Affleck a flat $68 million of the royalties. It's a good deal for Ben Affleck. Pay him a bit more than Scarlett because he's bigger than Scarlett. Before I thought Scarlett's bigger than Ben. No, Ben's bigger than Scarlett, I believe, by a bit, right? And then John Krasinski signed him to a lower amount deal for the bigger A-listers. Pay him $16 million salary. Gotta watch for your budget, and you give him a $4 million bonus. So pay him the low end for his salary, obviously, because he's worth under $100 million. And you can give him a flat $28, $29, $30 million of royalties, or 0.07 if you want, which is about $40, $35, $30 million in royalties. John said, Ivan, just give me the flat $28, $30 million in royalties. Yeah, it's a good deal. So John Krasinski signed like a $55 million deal, whatever it is. He signed a massive contract. For $50 million deal he signed around there. And you give him a $1.5 million post-winning bonus. So all the bigger actors get post-winning bonuses, whereas the small ace actors don't get shit. But they get a piece of the royalties, but they get a smaller amount. So there. And then Brie Larson, you can pay her, match her salary with Paul Bettany. Pay her $11.5 million salary and then give her $11 million of the profits, or 0.02. It's a good deal for Brie Larson. She signed, a $22 million deal, $22 million deal. Massive contract. She's going to walk away with millions in her bank. I don't know, 8, 9, 10 million in her bank after taxes. It's a lot of money for Brie Larson. And then Paul Bettany signed to the same deal. And Javier Bardem signed him to a $9 million deal, but he doesn't get a piece of the profits because he's a pretty major character. He's a pretty major character, obviously. So Javier Bardem, I'll just pay him his flat 9. I'll give him $250K of the royalties, but I'm not going to give him a piece of the royalties because he's not like a major character. If the guy's a pretty major character, don't give him a piece of the profits. Pay him but because he's an AS actor, he's worth $30 million. Pay him a nice $9 million. Javier Bardem is realistically worth a good 10, $11 million, but because he's not as major as Brie Larson, I'll pay him a bit less. Pay him 9. So he doesn't rip you off. Because Javier Bardem is even worth more than Brie Larson, but he's not contributing as much to the role compared to Brie Larson on him. And that's why he's a hitman, right? Pay him 9. Pay him Ricard, but don't let him rip you off. There's exceptions where you pay actors a bit less. And I won't give Javier Bardem a piece of roles. Or you can give him a piece of roles if you want. I mean, you give Javier Bardem a piece of roles if you want, but he's kind of. I'll just pay him his 9 and give him $250K for Javier Bardem. That's good. That's a good deal for Javier Bardem. And then Paul Bettany, I'll match his contract with Brie Larson's. And those are the guys who I'm thinking of for the Gracie movie. Whereas everyone else, you gotta send your reels. I'm thinking Michael B. Jordan and Joey King are good, but the chances are that I might choose someone else. You guys are gonna have to send your reels, man. That's how it works. You have to send your reels. Look, it's gonna be crazy. All the Hollywood actors are gonna be sending in their reels for the Grace game, man. It's gonna be crazy. They're all gonna want to be in what in that Grace movie so bad. Yeah, man. It's been crazy. Yeah. When they took a look, man, Keanu, you're happy you signed your massive out on a $180 million deal. Don't go bragging to John Krasinski or even Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson. I pay you this money, as you're making way more than them. Like, even though what Ben Affleck signed a massive deal, Ben Affleck only signed like a $118 million deal, a $118 million deal, whereas Keanu he signed a $180 million deal. He's making way more than Ben, and Scarlett Johansson signed like a $108 million deal. Keanu Reeves is making way more, like $70 million more than $70 million more than them. They can get envious, and John Krasinski can get envious too. You only sound like a $50 million deal, something there. Okay, John Krasinski, you signed your massive $50 million deal. You're happy. You know what I'm saying? Please don't go bragging to Brie Larson and Paul Bettany and Javier Bardem that I pay you this money. They can get envious, even though they signed master contracts. They're not the kind of money that you guys are making. The bigger ones are making. You're making way more than all those actors. Keep your look, man. I'm not gonna guys. I'm not gonna babysit you. You can say whatever you want. It's a free country, obviously. But I recommend you say if you hang out at the bar with them and all stuff, and they ask you what contract you signed, don't tell them, as they can get envious, man. They can resent you a little bit. I'm saying. They can. I told you. I remember when that one guy who was my so-called friend in Darcy told me he bought his own house. I was a bit envious, man. I was making like $600. He bought his own nice house. He was making like 80,000+ a year. I was a bit envious. I wish I could make that kind of money. Yeah, you can only imagine how envious these actors are gonna be if you brag to them that you're making way more. They can get envious, man. I'm gonna tell Brie Larson and Paul Bettany and all them, right? Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, and Javier Bardem. Don't go bragging to the B-list actors that I paid you more money. They can get envious too. There's this hierarchy. It's actually funny. Don't go bragging to the B-list actors that I pay you this money. They can get envious too. As the B-list actors are only making like their $2, $3, $4 million. You know what I'm saying? They don't get shit off the royalties. They only get their flat $250K royalty check margin. That's it. And they get their $3 million. It's fat contract, obviously. If you make $3 million, it's a rich paycheck, obviously. It's a fat contract, obviously. He has 8 acres to make that in Hollywood. But compared to like Brie Larson's contract and John Krasinski and, you know what I'm saying? And Javier Bardem and Paul Bettany's contract, it's peanuts. $3 million is nothing compared to $9, $11 million and getting a nice $11 million of profits. $5.5 million of profits, you know what I'm saying? They're not as rich as the A-list actors. That's why there's this hierarchy. Don't go bragging to this low-ranked actor that I pay you more money. They can get envious, man. They can get very envious. And after I sign all my stars to the Gracie, I'll take him out to a nice dinner at a nice restaurant in Vancouver. And I'll party it up in my nice yacht. Because by the time I fly in Keanu Reeves, it'll be like fall. I'll be flying in Keanu Reeves probably around September, October, around there. In that year. So it'll be fall. I can party up my yacht instead of my condo. So the Zayas actors will party up my condo, whereas Keanu Reeves will party up my yacht. Because I'd rather party up in a yacht if it's summertime than my condo. It's cool to party up in a yacht than in a condo. Yes, my condo's nicer than my yacht, obviously, but it's much cooler partying up in a yacht in the fucking middle of the ocean, blasting music, than partying up in a condo, man. So after I take Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and them out to dinner, we have a good time. They're trending with me, obviously. The fans are going crazy. The limo driver will take them to my property and we're going to do a nice party in my yacht. From 7 to like 12, I'm going to hire someone to drive in the ocean. We have this party, we blast music, we have a good time. I talk with the actors. Cheers, guys, we're going to be movie stars. We give it cheers and then everyone drinks and then yeah, we have a good time in the yacht, yeah. And that's why they're all going to beg. Ivan's company blows out of the water, man. He owns this nice like $60 million yacht. Yeah, it's this $300 million condo. Yeah, Ivan, will you part up with Keanu Reeves in your condo? Yeah. For whenever I do the ad shoots the second year, after I do the ad shoots the second year and the commercials with the actors, obviously, I'll do a few parties in my condo too. That way, Keanu Reeves can see my condo, obviously. See what I'm saying? It just depends what time of the year it is. If it's like November and it's getting cold, I'll just do it in my condo. If it's like September and it's still fall, I'll do a party in my yacht. In my yacht, driving the ocean. And then the following year, when I do the actions with the Keanu Reeves and all them, I'll party up with them. I'll do a few parties in my condo, obviously. When I do the table reads and I do my once a month parties with Keanu Reeves, I'll party up my yacht a lot. And my condo, in my condo too. See what I'm saying? Rabbi just uploaded another part of God of War Ragnarok. Yes! Get to watch 2 videos. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the store, get my beer and smokes, my Subway. I'm going to watch my video first, and I'll watch Rabrad's 2 parts. And then I'll watch John Campia, an episode of John Campia, perhaps. We'll see what happens. And that's my final offer for Ben and all of them. They want more money. I'm like, guys, man, you're like, Scarlett Johansson wants 70, 80 million. I'm like, Scarlett, I'm not going to give you $80 million. You rip me off. Yo, not even, why are you making such a big fuss out of $80 million, man? Like, if you and VJ make $40 billion bucks for a movie or merch, you're making a big deal over $80 million. That's peanuts, Ivan. I'm like, Scarlett, you're not even worth my royalties. I'm not going to let you do it like that. If Keanu Reeves is greedy and his agent wants 150, Ivan, what about 200 million? I'm like, no, I'm not going to give Keanu Reeves $200. He's not worth it for my fucking movie, man. I'm the main show, not him. Yes, he'll build buzz. He's a big actor. He'll build a lot of buzz. You know what I'm saying? But he's small compared to me. I'm not going to let Keanu Reeves do like that. $120 million is good enough for the royalties. I'm not going to hire enough for Keanu Reeves. See what I'm saying? That's my deal for the Great Escape actors. If they don't like him, my guys, if you don't like this offer, I can hire someone else. This is the deal, Ivan. Your company blows Hollywood a lot. But African and what? And Scarlett Johansson are gonna brag how much better my company is in Hollywood. Yeah, man. How much money did you make? Yeah, Ben. I saw your documentary. You signed a massive like 118 million. Yeah, man. I signed like a $118 million deal, man. You signed a $118 million deal for Izui. Yeah, and I made a lot of money. Holy shit, this company blows out of the water. Yeah. And Keanu Reeves like, yeah, man. I signed like a $180 million deal for Ivan's movie. $180 million. Yeah, I signed a massive $180 million deal. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson's like, yeah, I signed a massive like $108 million deal with Ivan's company. I made like $110 million for Ivan's company. About $110 million. You signed a $110 million deal, yeah. Holy shit, Ivan's company blows out of the water. Yeah, John, I saw your contract on the documentary. Yeah, I signed a massive like $50 million deal for Ivan's company. You signed a $50 million deal, yeah. Like most ace actors probably will never make that kind of money. Yeah, probably blows out of the water. Brie Larson will brag, yeah, I signed a $22 million deal for Ivan's company. You signed a $22 million deal for Ivan's company? Yeah. Holy shit, that's how much the big guys make, like Will Smith and Tom Cruise and all of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Paul Bettany will brag. They're all going to brag how much my company is. Yo, Ivan spoiled me with perks. I had a luxury buffet, limo services. I stayed at suites for the world tour. I had all these parties with Ivan for the world tour. You rented out a luxury hotel for the red carpet and 2-day party with the entire cast and crew. Yeah. I was featured on his magazine Attitudes Better Than Even Hollywood. I felt like a big movie star. I was trending with him online with the fans, crazy worldwide fans, yeah. You know, I was featured on the posters with him. The Forky Brew case codes, the billboards for the red carpet, the magazine ad pictures. You're looking at nice magazine ad pictures on the website with news. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hire someone to interview the actors and they write news on my website. So when I sign the actors, I might do a thing where I have interviewers interview the actors and the guy writes it. The guy writes it. Right. You have news on my website. So you have a section called trailers for my website. Trailers. So that's where all the doc trailer, movie trailer, and game trailers are going to be. You have a section called documentary. That's where my doc trailers are going to be posted. And if I do the game, you have Radbrad's walkthrough, and you have the main page, and you have news. You have red carpet pictures. So I'm saying, contact info. You have a nice professional website, yeah. And that so whenever I might do a thing where the people interview the actors. You have this like what do you call it? Telecom conference, whatever it is. The actors get interviewed, but they get interviewed behind the scenes, and the people record them. And you're gonna have press conferences. No, I'm not gonna have any press conferences. As in Hollywood, they don't have press conferences when they sign actors. It's all behind the scenes. But you interview the actors and they interview Keanu Reeves. How do you feel about being signed for this movie and you interview Keanu Reeves and you get this magazine ad picture featured there on my website, something cool. So it's a magazine. It's a magazine picture, but it's a digital ad, a digital ad featured on the website, as well as in front of my billboard in front of my building. All the stars are featured with me, and I'm gonna put a couple pictures around downtown, man, Vancouver. That way everyone sees me featured with Keanu Reeves on it. This will be cool. You know, the guaranteed fans are gonna take pictures. You're gonna see that trend online. Hey, look at Ivan VJ featured with Keanu Reeves and all them. You see that trend online. They're gonna have a blast on the man. You know, Ivan's company blows out of the water, man. I got spoiled luxury buffet. He owns his 300 condo, assists him in our yacht. Yeah, I did tables in his yacht. Yeah, man, my company's better in Hollywood. Yeah, man. He had an unlimited budget. Keanu Reeves, Scholars of Hollywood are gonna be shocked with my budget, man. Ivan, how much you making your movie for, by the way? Yeah, I'm making it for $670 million. But like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Hollywood can't afford that. Hollywood only makes movies for $150, $200 million. Yeah, my company will blow out of the water. Yeah, man. That's why Peter Jackson's like, Ivan, can I direct your Great Escape? I'm like, no, Peter, you're not good for the Great Escape. It's like, you'll beg, no, Zan. Can I direct your Great Escape, Ivan? I'm like, no, Peter, you were good for Zane, you're not good for the Great Escape. The Great Escape director will beg to, Ivan, can I direct your romance story? I'm like, no, you're not good for the romance story. Keanu Reeves, I'm going to be like, Ivan, can I be in your romance story? I'm like, no, man. Ivan, I want to be in that romance story, man, with you. Cast me as your best friend. I'm like, guys, you're not good for the romance story. You're fucking old. Keanu Reeves will be like 70, 69. Scarlett Johansson will be in her 50s. She'll be like her late 40s, 50s. And John Cenci will be in his 50s. You guys are too old. You're not good for the unique men. You know what I'm saying? You're not good at all. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to beg, obviously. When they beg, I'll be shocked because like Keanu Reeves and all them and Ben Affleck and all them don't struggle getting roles. They get roles with ease. They reject roles as they so please. They got paid a lot of money in Hollywood. And they're begging me and VJ to resign. Like, why are you begging me to resign you? You guys can easily get roles in Hollywood. Yeah, Ivan, even though I can easily get roles, I'd rather work for you, man. Your company's much better in Hollywood. And you're 100% clean, where Hollywood, it's all dirty over there, man. That's not a big reason. As people would gladly do it for money, man, in this world. But another reason is they know my company is 100% clean. You know, Ivan's company is clean. Clean parties. You know what I'm saying? Clean business. Yes, I'm not dirty. Whenever an actor films, I'm no drugs on set. If you want to keep an actor awake, give him a coffee or give him an energy drink. Don't give him legal shit. Don't give him some coke. Don't be dirty. Obviously. For my parties, I'm not going to have any drugs in my parties. No. The only thing I'm going to have in my parties is cigars. I'm going to buy cigars for the actors and drinks. And weed if when I do my parties in Vancouver, I can allow weed because weed's legalized in Canada, right? So it's not bad, obviously. Ivan, you're gonna buy cigars? Yes. Whenever I sign the Zane Stars, I'm gonna have my team. Okay, go to the store, buy a cigar for everyone, and buy a cigar for everyone. Everyone smokes a cigar. You can do that for the actors if you want. Give them a good experience. You buy them a cigar. A nice cigar, and you give a cheers with the actors. Me and VJ have a cigar, and we give a cheers with the actors. Yeah. Remember when VJ had that picture? She had a cigar, and she was counting cash. Probably symbolism. Yeah. When me and her are king and queen, obviously, when we give cheers to the actors, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see what? You're gonna see what? I have a cigar with the actors. Hey guys, you guys want a cigar? Sure, Ivan. And they have a cigar. We give a cheers. We're movie stars. I'm gonna do the same thing with Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, John Cenci, Brie Larson, all them. Paul Bettany for the Great Escape. We give cheers. Cheers, guys. We're gonna be movie stars. It's a success. We give a cheers. And, you know, we give a cheers in the limo, and then I take them to my nice yacht. And we do a nice party in the yacht. You see Keanu Reeves and Scarlett Johansson, they're all drunk. They're all wasted. Yeah, man, I had a blast for Ivan. Did you get drunk? Yeah, I got wasted many times, man. I partied up with Ivan a lot of times, man. After the ad shoots, the once a month parties, after the signing takeouts, yeah. The luxury hotel party, Keanu Reeves and them are gonna get all drunk, yeah, man. And what I'll do for Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, and John Cenci, all them, they can bring their wives and girlfriends with them if they want. That way they can make out with their girlfriends and have a good time with their girlfriends and wives or husbands. There's nothing worse than me having features to myself, I'm saying. I'm having a good time with her, and then Keanu Reeves and all of them don't have anyone else. They don't. I don't have anyone else. They don't have. They don't have a girlfriend or wife to spend time with at the party. So what else? Okay, you guys can bring one member of your family. I recommend you bring your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your wife to the party. That way you have a good time with. You can't bring everyone, but you can bring your wife. So Emily Blunt, if John Krasinski is doing The Great Escape, Emily Blunt can be part of the red carpet with you can save her for the red carpet. She can be part of the red carpet. She'll be featured with John Krasinski, and she'll be part of the party with John Krasinski, obviously. The same thing for Scarlett. Scarlett can bring her husband. Keanu Reeves can bring his girlfriend or his wife, whatever it is. His girlfriend, right? You bring his girlfriend. That way you give them a good experience, obviously. Whereas the crewmen, they can't bring anyone because there won't be enough room. You guys can't bring anyone. Only the actors, only my stars and the 17 can bring like one person with them. Whereas you guys can't bring people, as I won't have enough room to fit everyone in the hotel. Everyone's gonna have to share beds, man. Like that's how it's. You're looking at like I don't know. They're gonna have to share beds. A lot of people are gonna have to share beds at the hotel. I'm gonna rent a beautiful hotel in Italy. A nice, beautiful hotel in Italy, yeah, man. You look at an amazing story for that Great Escape movie, man, yeah, man. And if I do the Matrix trilogy, I will do a red car. I'll film the Matrix in Australia. I believe the Matrix was filmed in Australia. I believe most of it was filmed in Australia or America. I will do a red carpet event either in America or like Australia for the Matrix, for the Matrix 4, obviously. Whereas the Great Escape, I'll do the party in Italy. And I'll rent a luxury hotel for a 2-day party and a red carpet event for Italy. And Keanu Reeves will be featured me in the red carpet. This is amazing. That's why they're gonna beg their ass. Well, Ivan, man, your company's so much better than Hollywood. I don't want to work at Hollywood. I want to work for you. You know what I'm saying, Ivan, please, I don't want to go back to Hollywood, man. I know if my career feels meaningless without you, Ivan. I know it does. You get what you deserve. You're gonna go back to Hollywood and left behind. You get what you deserve, man. I was nice enough to save you. For what? For the Great Escape. You're not good for the unique. You're gonna go back to Hollywood. You're gonna be left behind. You get what you deserve, man. You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah, man. You get what you fucking deserve. You get what you fucking deserve. If you say Keanu Reeves will beg, yes. Even a big guy like Keanu Reeves will beg his ass off. Because what? My company's better than Hollywood. He experienced that international fame with me, man. Fame that he's never experienced before. Even though he's famous, it's not the kind of fame like that I have, man. My fame is worldwide. It's like everywhere I go, people take pictures. It's crazy. The whole world's tuning into the trends. Or tuning into the trends with Keanu Reeves and all them trending with me. Keanu Reeves will be trending with me. And so part of the buzz, they feel on top of the world, they're saved. And that's why they're going to beg. They want to be saved. They don't want to be left behind. I'm saying? They want to be saved. They don't want to be left behind. So yeah, that's why my Scotch is going to be the best brand in the industry. Anyways, there was this video. I'm tired. I don't feel like talking for another 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes. I'm going to upload this video, take my shower, and go to the store, get my beer and smokes. Enjoy the video with you guys. I'd rather signing off. Peace.